Alright everybody, we have a crazy cart. We're going to show you how to diagnose and fix it. So, the issue we had, got my Lucky Duck shirt on, lecgear.com. The issue we had was, switch turns on, which means it's got battery power, so I've already taken my bolts out from over here. So we'll go ahead and turn it back out real quick, because we know that switch works. And just be careful when you're taking it out. You don't want to rip the cords out. But you're going to use a multimeter and a drill, of course, to take out those screws. But now we're going to show you exactly what the issue was. So, chances are you don't have an issue with this button here. But how to test that is find the cable that runs to that underneath the chassis. It runs this cable right here. Whoa. Is running down into the chassis. Okay. So we're going to disconnect that. Like so. And we're going to put it on a continuity check. Down there. Continuity. Okay. And then I'm going to touch it to each prong here. Doesn't really matter. Red to red, black to black. We'll do it that way just to be safe. Okay, so you see nothing on there. You hit your switch, and something happens. Press it again, back off. It's on, it's off. So the switch works. We'll go ahead and plug the switch back in. Alright. Next, we're going to test accelerator pedal. Alright, so that's going to be this guy right here, which I've already disconnected. We'll show you what this looks like as well. And that's that 5-prong guy right there. And the way you're going to test this is switch your voltmeter to ohms. Right there, ohms on the smallest setting. You're going to hook one lead up to the yellow and one lead up to the green. It's going to be hard to see. And then hit your pedal, and you should see it change, and it does. So now we know that the pedal is working. So the switch is working, pedal's working. What next? Well, there's a motor in here. Let's test and see if that motor's working. So now we're going to switch to volts, the 200 range section. So we should be measuring somewhere around 24 volts on the battery. See what we got coming out here. $25 volts. Okay. So this lead right here is coming from the battery. Okay. And we just tested 25 volts on there. So that's good to go. But we're going to keep this unplugged because now we're going to test that motor. So this right here is where your motor goes. The blue and yellow coming from your control box. So let's go ahead and disconnect that. And we're going to take some speaker wire. Except I don't need it going to the controller. So we'll set that there. Alright. So now from the battery, we're going to take the red. And we're going to just stuff it in the back of this real quick. This is just to test it real quick. This is not a permanent fix. We're just diagnosing. Okay? So now we got that stuff in there. Let's get the motor which is this one right here. So we're going to take red to red, because this one is the battery right here. This is going to the battery. This is going to the motor up there. So red to red. And now we're going to do the other speaker wire. Black to black. Be careful not to touch the wires together. Stuff it in the back of there. Alright. So now we're going to test that motor. When I touch these wires together, that motor should go boom. Might be a little arc, by the way. Oh, but she's going. Okay. So, now we know the motor works. Well, what's the last thing in this puzzle piece that's not working? If all this just happened the way that I just did this, chances are your controller board is bad. And they are on Amazon, and they're actually pretty cheap, and I will try and put a link to the description for all this stuff. But I guess we'll go ahead and hook everything back up, because I've already replaced my controller board. So we'll go ahead and hook everything back up and just show you that that's what my problem was, the controller board. Alright. And now we will keep it on. Can't remember if this was on or off, but we're good. So, and that's it. And if this helped you out, please consider donating to the channel. I'll put links down in the description for that as well. And other than that, that's it. I am you. You are me. Random are we the people. And God bless.